Haha, lions don't wear masks, yeah! Coronavirus. 4 lions test positive for COVID-19 at Barcelona Zoo. Ooh, yeah, about that.
Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Murdered by Words, where we're going to be looking at the best insults, comebacks and roasts on the internet and putting them all into one place and seeing people just get destroyed by words online. I mean, you could just turn your computer off or turn your phone off and then you wouldn't be affected by these, but we get to see them because we don't turn our computer off. We probably spend too long on our phones and stuff, but at least we get to watch these videos. Enjoy!
This is your annual reminder that not everyone celebrates Christmas. The default to Merry Christmas as a normal greeting is also white supremacy culture at work. If someone celebrates, by all means, but so many people don't. Merry Christmas from Indonesia, where there is no white person in radius 3 kilometers from my house, and Christian is a minority, but hey, white supremacy, right? That just doesn't make any sense. That's like if someone that's religious says, oh, I'm praying for you. You don't go, oh, well, I'm not religious, so don't pray for me. No, it's just like a thing you say, what? It never ceases to amaze me that people think work is somehow this artificial thing that society oppressed you with. Absent that society, your work would be constant farming, hunting, gathering for food, not even to mention the million other things that could go wrong, yet you have to constantly be vigilant against. That oppressive work is 1 million times easier than the work you would be doing absent this amazingly cushy and protective society that's been built. Work is an artificial thing. Hunter-gatherers had far more leisure time than modern humans, and they benefited from the full value of their labor. Lol, okay, you are amazingly ignorant if you believe hunter-gatherers had so much leisure time. That hunter-gatherer societies had more leisure time is literally one of the most commonly understood things about them. Why do you think there's so much cave art? And then they link some sources, alright. But, I don't know, it's kind of iffy on this, because it says researchers debate whether, like, that could be, 50-50. I don't think that's guaranteed. Defund the USPS. I don't need my tax dollars being used to fund such a poorly run service. Private carriers are more than enough, and it's not like USPS is significantly cheaper or anything. The USPS made $77 billion this year. We don't use your tax dollars. To the contrary, its 600k employees' paychecks are taxed from USPS's revenue, thereby contributing to government funding. Also, private carriers are not more than enough. UPS, FedEx, and Amazon pay us to deliver packages that either aren't profitable for them or that they can't handle. We also rely on them for logistics. Having an every-door, everyday government entity in congruence with our private partners really works out well for everyone.
I'll tell you what though, we don't have USPS or USPS, we have the Royal Mail, but we do have Hermes, and can we get rid of those? Please, let's get rid of Hermes. They are trash. They are the worst thing ever. Like, they may be somewhat cheap, but you will never get your parcel. If you order from Hermes, you will never get it. This is my public review. It's trash.
99% of her fans are honey guys who watch cause she's cute and has boobs. She shouldn't be surprised by rude sexual comments, cause that's how she gotten all her money. Hey, I studied journalism and entertainment writing for 4 years at university. Then I went on to write for magazines, small websites, and volunteered for community radio and television, as well as a couple of video games and 2 comic books. Then I worked my way up into the journalism world with a very big resume until I was hired as a writer at IGN, where I was promoted twice. I then went to a production company, Rooster Teeth, where I did more creative writing and comedy production, but also got involved in writing video games on the side. Now I'm writing a AAA video game at one of the biggest studios in the entire world. I have never made money from being hot for men. I don't even have subs enabled on Twitch. I get a lot of you dudes who got rejected in high school really sincerely believe that women you wanted to screw can't also be smart and talented, but I hold hope that you'll figure it out one day. This was on a major amusement park sponsored ad about everyone gathering their families to that park. You money-hungry pigs. People are dying. This is not the time. Show empathy. The only people dying are those who had a life-ending ailment already, and really, you should educate yourself about the real numbers in age groups. Okay, so what you're saying implies that no healthy person has died of a virus, which is completely wrong. You've also completely ignored the fact that even if you recover, you're at an increased likelihood of developing health issues that you didn't previously have. It's clear that you haven't been paying attention to the fact that this is an illness that's completely avoidable as long as you distance yourself from those who are sick, even those who are asymptomatic. But guess what? You're not going to know who's asymptomatic because no symptoms show. Six Flags knows this and has chosen to ignore it under the guise of an unending desire to fill their pockets at the expense of a visitor's health. Go ahead and believe what you want, but understand that actions have consequences. Your profile shows that you believe in God. Would God want to see you doing whatever you want, selfishly, and putting the lives of his people at risk? They then quote this: "Tell me, blank, how do you help the weak? You can feel that the government lies to you, but look into your own God and his good book and ask yourself, is this how he would want me to treat people? Does he want me to treat people with kindness and respect? Or does he want me to go to Six Flags and be perfectly content with the hundreds of thousands of lives lost?"
I don't think you ever get a response when someone says like, "Oh, here is your beliefs, what about that?" And then you question them, and then they never respond though. What do you actually think when someone uses their own beliefs against them? Because it's kind of a tricky situation, isn't it? Because on one hand, he says this, but then on the other, does that mean that? It all comes down to like interpretation, and it just messes people up.
Jared Hennessy and his letter to the Irish Times is undoubtedly the best thing I've read this year. Sir, why is the opinion of a bishop on the effectiveness of the vaccines given such weight in the newspaper of reference? The position of the global expert body, the World Health Organization, was given minor billing in the story. I look forward to future stories in the series. Greengrocer rejects latest quantum computing breakthrough, and dental surgeon skeptical of badger link to bovine TB. Yours, etc., Gerald Hennessy. He does have a point though, right? When you want to get accurate information, you go to an expert, not just some random person that's not an expert in it. You all made this happen. I messed up and took some profits, but she said yes. So I guess that's worth something in Wall Street bets, where people just randomly bet things on the stock market. Well, this subreddit is known for terrible investments. Guess this belongs here too. Oh, hopefully they stay together forever and it'd be a good investment. Women actually have sperm cells in their bone marrow, so we don't even need men to reproduce. Well, at least she's breaking the stereotype that Asians are smart. We're getting somewhere. Did she actually say that though? Right, what? I'm so desperate for my life back. I would 1000% do 8 weeks inside so all the vulnerable and elderly can get the vaccine and we can get on with our lives once and for all. I cannot do another year of this. I dread to think what the state of my mental health and everyone else's would be in. Well, I haven't seen my mum since January this year. How much longer do I have to wait? I am sorry, but you have been inconvenienced, but at least try to think of others, eh? Hey, douchebag, just because you perceive yourself to have had it worse doesn't make others' pain any less valid. Sounds like your mum had the best year of her life since your head squeezed out of her.
I honestly agree with the whole 8-week thing. I think we should just lock down for 2 months, and then when we were out of it, everyone's fine. It worked for New Zealand, right? It worked for Australia, kind of. So why don't we do that? But no, people won't because, it's oppressive and I want to go out and drink. Yeah, so does everyone.
Huh, I'm never getting that vaccine. I don't trust something that was made in less than a year that should have taken years to perfect. Well, you were made in less than 3 minutes and perfected during 9 months, resulting in a deplorable oligophrenic. Very good wines age well in few months under experts' eye surveillance. Cheap ones only for vinegar despite years. Bon appetit with your manure sandwiches, ignoramus. I feel like the big words were just unnecessary. I don't want to get roasted by Shakespeare over here, but yeah, the point it stands. I don't even know why people be trying to seriously date rappers anyways, and expect them to act right, lol. Cash Only replies, lol, why can't we act right? Oh, I'm talking about the famous ones, my bad. Oh, you haven't heard of Cash Only with the dollar sign instead of the ash? Aw, come on. Is humor not spelled like that? You know, with O-U-R. Ha, found the Brit. No, I'm American. I just trust the spelling of the people who originally made the language. Ah, what? We got but yeah, that's what they used to speak like. It's a dumb argument. The British people that say that are just stupid. Language changes. Who cares how people spell it? You can understand how humor is spelled. If you autocorrect someone in the comments, just no, don't. I'm not sure how men could be attracted to women dressed as men like female police officers and females in the military. These are men's jobs. If they weren't, then women could dress like women in these jobs, but they can't. Stick to being feminine, women. Yeah, Jesus had long hair and wore a dress. Is this why he was single? What a strange comment to make, like, oh, you should be feminine, women. Men, you should be masculine. Oh, she is called the transformed wife, so she's probably very traditional. Pfizer truck on tonight's 6-1 News. Check out the reg plate, WU3666K. WU for Wuhan, 3666, the beast, then K, the 11th letter of the alphabet. Is the significance of the 3 and the K that 3 times 11 is 33, which is the highest degree in Freemasonry? Or is this just another coincidence? There genuinely aren't enough words to describe what an idiot you are.
Wait a sec, guys. All right, if you're not subscribed, click subscribe right now. And if you haven't liked the video already, click like right now. You see that number that just went up by 1? That's the devil's number, right? It means that you are cursed, and it means nothing. There's no meaning. That's how dumb you sound. But there's more videos which you can click, and if you don't click them, you may be cursed with some quick, think of some random conspiracy theory. Bad luck. Click.